This is a
Squad.
We rockin' now. BS3 Sports. Okay, sports news, get it first when you getting off of work. Even when you're at work, acting like you're working hard when you're hardly working. I'm a maverick like Dirk, getting Franklin's like Kirk. Hold up, boy. X-Squad, you don't know them boys? Being talking facts on every topic. Overall, we just talking noise, just being boys. Covering Texas sports in them tall heels. That with the fake pass over to Elliott. Better guard your grills like a car for real. Yeah, Cowboys gonna bring a bowl back, Lord willing. Yeah, Mavericks gonna bring a ring back with Mark in it. We live sports, we talk sports, we dream sports, we eat sports. The teacher about to teach the course. Welcome to BS3 Sports.
The weekly show.
Gross. Oh man, yeah.
Welcome to special edition of the BS3 Sports Show. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in right here on X Squad Radio. Shout out to Said Galloway in the building first. We got Sluggo. Title of today's show is called Goal Driven. And I got a special guest coming on the show today. His name is Cornell Fox. He is the founder of a company called Goal Driven. What they do is they use sports and their former sports athletes, and they use that to help educate and help people reach their goals. So they're using sports initiatives with hard-to-reach groups to help them reach their goals. So we'll be talking about that. Also, we'll be talking other sports news from yesterday and from today. A couple of things coming out and being released. So no Dope Music Podcast today. Normally, that's what would go down on Tuesdays. But we're changing it up, and I got a special guest. Like I said, will be coming on the show. So very excited. Excuse my voice again. It should be better as the week goes along. But excited to get this show off and popping. A couple things I do want to talk about. Cornell will be coming on the show here in about 10 minutes. But Serena Williams, again, shout out to Serena Williams, has been doing her thing for years. You could arguably call her the GOAT in sports, period. But she had a hard-fought match, quarterfinal, against Allison Risk, and she reaches her 12th Wimbledon singles semifinal. That's amazing. To do anything 12 times is amazing. At the pace that she's been at, also she's making an impact as you see Coco Graf coming through this year. She's making an impact worldwide. And it's amazing. It's amazing to see Serena still at this age with having a baby. She's been able to accomplish quite a lot. A shout out to DJ Knox. Thank you for tuning in. Tuned into the BS3 Sports Show, special edition. We got a special guest coming up on the show, Cornell Fox of a company called Goal Driven. So he'll be coming up on the show, like I said, in just a minute. But shout out to Serena Williams again, as she continues to dominate in this sport. This is not one of those sports that you just stand around and watch. It's not one of those sports. You got to put in work. It takes athleticism, it takes mental toughness, physical toughness. Also, she's a sister. So she has to deal with it. If people agree with this or not, she has to deal with scrutiny more because she is the minority in this sport. So hashtag Black Girl Magic. She continues to do her thing. Definitely wanted to bring that up. That just happened earlier today. Coco Graf, like I mentioned yesterday, is out of Wimbledon, but she had a great run. The men's quarterfinals coming up tomorrow, so that'll be something to look forward to. If you're a Wimbledon fan or if you're just a sports fan, that's also a reason for you to watch Wimbledon. So today's show on X Squad Radio. You can also hear the show on the No Phony Podcast Network. Also, the show is on Rapture Ready Radio. You can find the show there as well, live 365. If you're listening to the show after it's over, thank you. If you're listening to it live, join in on the show chat room. I'll give you a shout out. I'll allow you to speak your mind, speak your opinion. Everybody's opinion is valued here at the BS3 Sports Show. All right. The home run derby last night. I know I was talking about, was anybody going to watch it? Give me a show of hands. I watched it, and Vlad Guerrero Jr., this kid is amazing. He's playing as if he's just a man amongst boys. Those homers he was hitting was monstrous. You had a great competition between him and Jock Peterson, which end up going into, 3, I think, overtimes, you would call it, or hit-offs, maybe you call it that. But it was well worth watching. Well worth it. I thought Vlad was going to win it. Unfortunately, that didn't end up happening. And it was actually Pete Alonso that won the 2019 Home Run Derby. He wins $1 million. That's good money. Who's turning down $1 million? Not me. Guerrero set the Home Run Derby record with 91 home runs in 3 rounds. That's amazing. That just tells you that this kid can hit, that this wasn't a fluke, that all the hype that he's been having is not a fluke. So I'm looking forward to what this kid's career is going to be. He's already from a great pedigree, from a great hitter in his dad. So at this point, he's gonna be great, just from the pedigree and from what he's already shown. Even his dad, they were talking about Vlad Sr. already knew what type of potential his son had when he was young. So just as he's gotten older, it's been showing and proving everything that he has. So I'm excited for Vlad Jr. Pete Alonso ends up winning it. The New York Mets, if you're in the New York area, they're supposedly basically giving away tickets, 80% off tickets to Mets games, which that must mean that they suck if they're willing to go 80%. But hey, you got to do what you got to do to put butts in seats. You got to do what you got to do. Hold out all the stops. Come up with whatever promotion you can come up with to try to get people to show up. And I think that's exactly what the Mets are doing right now, trying to take advantage of something great that happened in their organization. So we'll see what happens. Also, there was a story out. Justin Verlander believes that 100% that the league has implemented juiced baseballs in order to get more home runs. I actually think this could be correct because we are seeing an influx. I don't know if the players have necessarily changed or gotten better, or this is just a situation where the balls have been juiced. And from what I've heard, Major League Baseball owns Rawlings. And by them owning Rawlings, they can control what the baseball looks like, if the baseball is big, small, whatever. And I wouldn't put it past Major League Baseball because they are slowly becoming the third best sport to watch. And that is a problem. You still get people to come to the games because most of the time, baseball is more of a experience type sport. You would go see it. You're not necessarily, unless you're a diehard fan, not necessarily going to be watching it on TV unless that's just something that you like. So home runs puts butts in seats. So whatever it takes for them to do, I would not be surprised or shocked if that's what Major League Baseball was doing. So we are going to get our guest on the line, Cornell Fox. He is owner of the company Goal Driven, which is out of England. And he also has a website as well, which is goal-driven.co.uk that you can definitely check out and visit that website as well. Hello, Cornell. Hello, Cornell. How's it going? All right, let me make sure my settings are correct. Tune into the BS3 show. Special edition here. Give me just a second. Tune into the BS3 Sports Show. Give me just a moment. Working out some audio issues here. Cornell, how's it going? Doing good.
Yeah, that sounds blessed. Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. All right, so we have our guest on the line, Cornell Fox of Goal Driven. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Hi there. Yeah, that's all right, Ben. I'm glad they invited me.
Yeah, no problem.